Right, I called this video The Problem with Guitar Channels on YouTube. It'll be something like that. I always end up changing it. But I shouldn't have called it something like The Problem with Guitar Channels on YouTube, because I don't have a problem with any of the guitar channels on YouTube. Look, I pretty much like all of them. There can never be enough guitar and music channels on YouTube. I mean, if there's a video about guitars, amps, pedals, speakers, drums, even bass, anything really, I will watch it. I find the whole genre of music and music making interesting. It's my thing. Okay, I will say that there are some channels that I don't watch, and that's not really anything to do with the content or anything. That's more to do with, I don't know, the presenter. Some YouTubers I just don't enjoy watching. It's kind of like a personality clash or something. I mean, for a start, right, I don't know about you guys, but I don't like to feel like I'm being spoken down to. And there's a couple of YouTubers that do that. They can be very condescending. Another thing I don't like is poor production in a video. I hate it when the sound is all echoey and everything. To me, that's just really off-putting, because I mean, a lot of the time I listen to YouTube videos more than watch them. So if it's all echo and it sounds like it's been filmed in a toilet or something, then I'm not bothered. I find it hard to listen to. Now, I'm pretty sure that there's plenty of people who don't watch my YouTube channel because they don't like the way I talk or the format of the videos that I make or the things that I say. I mean, not everybody can like the same thing, and that's cool. I mean, take Mr. Beast, for instance, right? He's probably being attacked by a pug. Take Mr. Beast, for instance, right? He's probably one of... You're not going to let this lie, are you? Come on, then, fats. Mr. Pickle, you're going to say hello? You say hello? Right, Mr. Beast is probably the biggest YouTuber around right now. And do you know what? I can't stand the dude. Look, I think all the things he does for charity and other people is great, and all the money he gives away and the houses he builds and the wells he drills. I'm not a monster, but the whole hyper, over-the-top, bubbly presenting style, it just doesn't appeal to me. It's like, come on, man, keep doing good stuff, but chill. Just take a chill pill, Mr. Beast. I'm not 5. You don't need to be jangling your keys in front of me to keep my attention. I'm not comparing myself to Beast, by the way. But anyway, back to music and guitar channels on YouTube. I would say that 90% of the popular channels, the big ones that everyone watches, are cool, and I enjoy watching them. Those and dark side-filled detractor videos. We all have weaknesses. And, well, I did notice, actually, a bit of a problem with the videos. And, like, it's not so much the YouTubers or anything, but it's more with the dudes that feel like they've got to crap on everything in the comments. I mean, I'm sure it happens on all YouTube videos, but I think to me it's more noticeable, on guitar videos because they interest me, and it really makes me cringe when guys do this in the comments. I mean, I'm quite lucky. I don't really get that much smack talks in my comments, so, this isn't a pity party or anything. Right, before I get onto that, I just want to give you a bit of context about me and YouTube, and point a few things out that some of you might not know about me. Right, I started making YouTube videos about 3 years ago, around about the time I lost the use of my legs. But I mostly did videos about self-publishing books. Now, I wrote a few books a little while ago. They do all right. And I wanted to help people out who were trying to get books published. And anyway, I was making videos calling out YouTubers that were lying to people and, saying stupid stuff like you can make $5,000 a week selling notebooks on Amazon, because you can't. I got a bit disenfranchised with all of that, and I stopped making videos because it was getting me down. But I missed making videos. I mean, I really enjoy the process. I love editing. I find it relaxing. So I started making videos again about pop culture and movies and TV shows and stuff. But pretty soon that started getting pretty negative, and I wasn't happy. Anyway, then a few months ago, I started making videos about music, and eventually the channel kind of morphed into a guitar channel, and here we are. Right, another thing, I just want to make this clear. I don't make any money from YouTube. I mean, I make a few dollars every month, but I barely make any money at all. I do it for the enjoyment. That's it. I'm passionate about guitars and music, and I like sharing my thoughts on stuff. You know, that's why I'm here. Now, you don't have to agree with me. I mean, it's lovely when people do. It's always nice to be agreed with. But I know that not everyone will agree with me all of the time, or even some of the time. And I'm not a gifted guitar player, not by any stretch. I'm mediocre at best. I don't own tons of gear or have particularly expensive gear, but I like sharing my thoughts on guitars and guitar news and stuff. And do you know what? If I can help somebody out, you know, beginners and all that, then even better. I mean, I've managed to build quite a cool little community online on YouTube, the streams that I do, Twitter. I'll leave links to all of them if you want to join in. And everyone seems to get along and help each other out. And for me, well, that makes me happy, because in the community we've got people of all ages and abilities, and they all contribute regularly, and so far everyone seems pretty cool. But then you always get some fool in the comments, you know, on videos, who disagrees with something that a YouTuber said or somebody in the comments said, and they have to start calling people names and talk is just being a dick. And I don't understand why people feel that they have to do that. And I mean, this is probably the worst thing about doing stuff online, is you get these dumbasses, and they all have to have their say. They're entitled to have their say. Now, I'm all for free speech and everything, but I mean, I've never watched a YouTube video or seen a comment that made me want to belittle somebody for making that comment. What's wrong with people today? Reddit's probably the worst place for that. That place is a cesspool. But just because you disagree with someone's take on something, it doesn't mean you have to start being a cock about it. Really, come on. I mean, try to say something nice for a change. Try being positive. I mean, so far since I've started doing these kinds of videos, I mean, I've seen people, you know, actually it's spoken down to in comments and stuff on YouTube and Twitter and all that for using the wrong gauge strings. I mean, how dare you? I've seen people be spoken down for not owning a tube amp. I've seen people get spoken down to and talk shit about because they don't own a guitar that's worth more than $2,000, or for not owning a Kemper. Seriously, I am not joking. Why do guitar players have to take themselves so seriously? Right? It's a guitar. It's a musical instrument. We play it. We have fun. But do you know the really daft thing about all of these dudes that are in the comments calling people out and calling people names and talking smack for not having the right gear, or using 15 gauge strings because you're not a man unless you're using barbed wire as guitar strings? These guys, right, they're not touring musicians. They're not even in bands. They're not session guys, or, you know, they're not even roadies. They play in their own bedrooms. And those guys are the worst. They really are the worst. So look, all I'm trying to say is, you know, YouTubers, anybody that's you know, got the confidence or the gumption to put themselves out there and put themselves online, you know, you don't know what that person's like. You don't know what they're about. You don't know how much courage that it might have taken them to put that video out. And when you go being a dick to them, I mean, you can really knock somebody else's confidence. And, you know, there's so much negativity going on in the world, and there's, you know, all the politics and religion and stuff. I mean, can't we be nice to each other? You know, is it that hard? Anyway, I'll leave links to all my socials and everything. I'm still working on my gear reviews. I made a video the other day, and it just didn't turn out how I expected it to. So I'm having to go back to the drawing board, but I will have a gear review out by the end of the month, probably. That's my goal. Like I said, I'll leave links for all my socials and everything. Follow me on Twitter and make sure you join the live streams every Wednesday and Saturday night at 9 p.m. UK time. Thanks for watching, guys. Seriously, you make this channel. Thanks again. Take it easy. Peace out.